Good morning. I am Ashwini doing internship from the Spark Foundation. Here my problem statement is from the given iris dataset predict the optimum number of clusters and represent it visually. Here what is my problem statement? They given the dataset as a iris dataset. In that we have sample length and weight and petal length and petal width in centimeters. So based on these features, we have to classify the spices. This is our problem statement. So this is classification model. So for that, first I am importing the libraries pandas and numpy and warnings, and next I am importing the matplotlib and seaborn for visualization purpose, and after that I am loading the dataset, that is pd.read underscore csv of iris dataset. So my dataset was loaded, and after I want to display the first 5 rows of the dataset. For that I'm using df.head. So here this is the id, and actually id does not affect the target feature. For that I'm ignoring this id. So next feature is sample length and sample width and petal length and petal width. These four are based on these four we have to classify the spices. So first of all, we have to check whether this dataset contains any null values or not. For that, first we have to check df.isna.sum. Isna can be used to check whether the dataset contains any null values, and sum function can be used to find out the total number of null values. Okay, by using this, I am checking the null values. Actually, in our dataset, it doesn't have any null values. Next, I want to know the information about my dataset. So here we have the columns like ID and sample length and width and pattern length and width and spices. So all are of the first one is int type, and next sample length is float type and sample width is float type and pattern length is float type and pattern width also float type and spices is object type. Okay. Next, I want to know how many types of unique values are there in our target feature. What is our target actually? Spices is our target feature. Based on the first four columns, we have to classify the spices. So I want to know the how many number of unique values we have. For that, I am using dot unique function. So in this, we have iris setosa and iris versicolor and iris virginica. These are the three types of values we have. So and next I want to the number of iris versicolor values and iris virginica color and iris setosa values. For that I'm using dot value underscore count function. So by using this we have to know iris setosa have 50 rows and iris virginica have 50 rows and iris versicolor have 50 rows and type is int 64. And actually I want to know the shape of the data set. We have 150 rows and 6 columns, right? What are the 6 columns? Yes, this is id and sample length and sample width and petal length and petal width and spices. Total 6 columns and 150 rows. Next I want to convert the spices type. Okay, actually I want to convert this spices type from object type to int type. For that I am using the label encoder from sklearn. So for that purpose I am importing the library from sklearn.preprocessing. I am using the importing the import label encoder class. So here le is the object of the label encoder class. By using this le object I am encoding the some labeling the some values to the spices values. What are the spices values we have? This is iris setosa and iris virginica and iris versicolor. These three we have. For that I am labeling some values, int type values by using the label encoder. So by calling le.fit underscore transform function, I am labeling the spices. So now you can find. Now you can check here. This can be labeled as 0. Okay, and Actually, what are the labels? Iris setosa can be labeled as 50 and Iris virginica can be labeled as a 1. Iris versicolor can be labeled as a 2. Like this, we have to label by using the label encoder. And I want to know the size. Actually, we have same size of values. That is, Iris versicolor has 50 rows. Iris virginica can have 50 rows, and another one is Iris setosa also have 50 rows. Same size. Okay. And next, I want to represent it visually by using the matplotlib and Seaborn. So by using Hitchplot, I am showing the sample length. This is the sample length. And next, I want to show the entire entire values of my iris data set. So for that, I am using the pair plot, and here my target is spices. So this is type of his diagram. So here you can check, this is the ID feature, and next sample length, and next sample width, and pattern length, and pattern width, and pattern width. Based on the hue means what is the hue? Spices. Okay. In spices, what we have? Three types of unique values. We have, what is that? We are actually labeled as a 0, 1, 2 for vesicolor, virginica, and setosa. So 0 is the setosa. Here setosa is this light color is setosa, and somewhat medium color is versicolor, and this is dark color is virginia. Okay. And next, I want to know the correlation. For that, I'm using the dot correlation function. So you can check here which one have the which two are highly correlated. You can check here. For that, if you use the heat map, it can be represented in visually. For that, I'm using heatmap sns.heatmap of df.correlation. Here you can check the correlation of the features. Next, I want to mention this as a x column, x and y features. So here x is the df dot drop of id and spices. Why I am dropping the id column? Because id is not affecting much to the target variable. For that, I am ignoring this, dropping the id column, and also I am dropping the spices because this is my target variable. For that, I am dropping this value also. And next here, y is the my spices. Actually, this is the target variable. And next, I want to know the shape of the x and shape of the y. And next, I want to import the train and test underscore split. Why train underscore test underscore split from the sklearn model. And next, x underscore train and x underscore test, y underscore train, y underscore test. Here I am given the test size as a 0.3, and randomly you can select the data variables. Next, I want to know the shape of the x underscore train and y underscore train. These are the values of the x underscore train and y underscore train and y underscore test. These are the values. And next, I want to import the decision tree classifier algorithm. Actually, for classification, we can use actually KNN classification, logistic regression classification, and also we have so many methods. But I'm using decision tree classifier. So for that, I'm importing the decision tree classifier from the sklearn. So I want to run first. So here model equal to creating the object, like model equal to decision tree classifier of criterion Gini. Here Gini is the Gini index. To know the purity and impurity, we are using the Gini index. Here max depth equal to 2. Okay. Next, I'm putting the decision tree classifier model. For that, I'm using model.fit of x underscore train, y underscore train. So next I want to predict the model, that I am using y underscore predict equal to model dot predict of x underscore text. I want to predict the test values. So here the classification is of some values are of Genica, some values are of Setosa, and some values are of versicolor. Actually we have three types of values, right? 0, 1, 2. So based on the length and width of the petals and sepals, we are classifying the spices into three types. Okay. And next I want to check the accuracy of the model. For that I am importing the accuracy underscore score and confusion matrix and classification report from the sklearn matrix. So I want to check the accuracy score by using the accuracy underscore score of y test comma y predict. Here I am checking the y test y predict accuracy score. Here accuracy score is 95%. 95%. And model dot score of x underscore test. I want to check the model score also 95%. And also I want to test the train score also. Okay, this is 96 percentage. So now I want to show it, represent it visually. For that I'm importing the import plot underscore tree to show it visually. So for that I'm giving fn equal to list of x underscore train, feature names are x underscore train, and class names are 0, 1, 2. These are the my classification class names. Okay. For that I am giving n rows equal to 1, columns equal to 1, figure size and dpi equal to 300. So by using plot underscore tree function I am representing, visually representing. Here I can explain the decision tree flowchart. First of all, if the pattern width is less than or equal to 0.8, we can consider this as the class 2. That means it is versicolor. Here index is 0.665, Gini index and samples are 105. Values are 36, 32, 37. And next, if the pattern width is less than or equal to 1.65, it can be considered as a class 2. That means this is also versicolor. And like this, we can classify our iris dataset by using the decision tree. Thank you.